Grand Rising Soul Tribe, today's Oracle Quickie is, I do not worry about petty bullshit. I show up, I hunt, and I eat. Your distant ancestors didn't dick around worrying about how good they looked to the rest of the world. They were out hunting animals, battling enemies, and creating empires. They probably smelled like ass and were completely unaware that their descendants would gel their hair, shave their butts, and implant body parts to impress each other. Quit focusing on the surface and do what needs to be done in the core to survive and advance. The future depends on you. Ashay. Wow, this is so synchronistic. I'm sorry, guys. I normally keep them quick and short, but it's the energy is so thick right now. I mean, it was the full moon in Cancer yesterday, which was dredging up all of our inner wounds. I mean, full moon in Cancer is always a sensitive time of year anywhere. Cancer is ruled by the moon. The moon governs our emotions, our energy, our water, our healing capabilities, our regeneration capabilities. That's what water represents in the elements in our birth charts. Now, fire is more about passion. Earth is all about groundedness, stability, all the things that come with practicality and the physical nature of Earth. Other than the full moon, though, yesterday, which that energy will feel for the next couple of weeks, the nodes of the moon have switched again. And I learned firsthand how serious this was back in 2019 because first of all, I'm born there was a full moon when I was born. So I'm very sensitive to the moon energy. And before you know yourself, I mean, that's why our ancestors made it very clear. They put that on damn near every important temple. Know thyself. Because once you know yourself and your birth chart, that gives you a leg up at controlling your energy and at least, not being manipulated by outside energetic influences, such as the planets. I mean, the planets, everything has a vibration, including the planets and yourself. And all of these vibrations are mixing together in like a cosmic soup, let's so to say. So if you're not aware of your own vibration, that means you're easily influenced and can be easily fluctuating, and you need to be aware of your own energy. So the north node and the south node, I remember energetically feeling that pressure, that shift happening at the beginning of 2019. Now, I didn't know what a north node was. I didn't even know my own birth chart. But I could feel the change in me on my post from Facebook. I mean, my conversation reflects it. My change in, I started burning sage and collecting crystals again. I hadn't done that I was about to say centuries. Wow. So let me find out my past life information is flooding through here. But to stay on track with my Gemini mind, the energy right now is reflecting the full moon in Cancer, which again is all about our maternal instincts, hopefully mothering and loving our inner child, helping us cope with any inside trauma, any wounds, and if not, helping us mother and love and help support the people that are closest to us if possible. But this is all about a retreat, learning self, healing self. Just like this card says, stop focusing on the outside, the surface of your being. Focus on what's inside, what's driving that being. What programs are still within you that need to be shed and let go and burnt up in this Scorpio South node. Although Scorpio is a water sign, Scorpio rules death, rebirth, generation. So again, regeneration. So again, water itself, the element, is all about healing and regeneration. And when you can combine that, the Scorpio energy will help us dig within ourselves, death and rebirth. You wanting to shed the lowest frequencies of that Scorpio nature. North node is going to be in Taurus effective today. I mean, the energy's been playing out anyway, but North node is all about where the collective is headed. Just to try to put this in perspective for you, hindsight is always easier to understand. So think back in 2003. The north and south nodes, they switch every 18 months, but they go around the whole zodiac sign or the whole wheel every 19 or so years. So really it's like 18 years or 7 months to be exact, somewhere around there. But so the last time, if you calculated, the nodes were in this position, this energy of Taurus North Node and Scorpio South Node was 19 or so years ago in 2003. Technically, it was the end of 2003 through December of 2004. So think back in your life, what were you doing? Now, if you're real young, you might not have been doing much. But since I'm in my 40s, I was able to calculate this transit 2 times in my life. So the first one, or the last time again that it was with this axis of Taurus North Node and Scorpio South Node, was 2003 through December 2004. And then before that, you could say it was, let's see, I know I was about 7 years old by my calculation, so around 85. And when I think back to that energy, I'm not even going to go deep, but so one thing I didn't mention, okay, so we got the full moon energy, we got the North and South Node mix, but maybe, I don't want to say more important, but very much important in this math equation that we're talking about is Uranus. The planet Uranus is going direct today, or tomorrow technically, but it's been in retrograde, I want to say since August of last year. It moved into the sign of Taurus in March of 2019. And the moment the Uranus moved into to Taurus, my personal birth chart was lit up and all kind of stuff started happening. I mean, in 2019, we had that great stellium, which is multiple planets grouped up together in one sign, which is the sign of Capricorn. For me, that was like, since I'm a Gemini sun, that was like my 8th house receiving an implosion of energy from Saturn, Jupiter. I mean, I can't even put this stuff into words. It's so interesting to me how we are affected by the planets, and, how you can clearly see a reoccurring theme. So Uranus is dubbed or called the Great Awakener planet. I mean, when this planet shifts, because it takes a long time for Uranus to move signs, I want to say about 7 or so years. So it's in a sign for a long time, and the whole point of Uranus is asking us to change our perception, ask us to grow. I mean, again, it's called the Great Awakener. Things attributed to Uranus are, like sudden breakthroughs, big surprises, bursts of inspiration, creativity. Also, I mean, there's a lot of darker characteristics like destruction, chaos. I mean, Uranus is known for uprooting and forcing you to be detached from certain things. And frankly, March 2019, I mean, I wasn't married, but we were together for 7 years in Pennsylvania. That's a common law marriage. So it was kind of like I went through a divorce. My family came crashing down. I mean, I moved out of my house. I mean, it was infested with rats. I was going through a lot of shit at the beginning of 2019. I mean, my car got repossessed. My house got robbed at the end of 2019. So literally everything that I thought was important to me was removed and taken from me. You talk about detachment. And like I've said in previous posts, though, although I lost the most, I gained the most, though, as far as introspection, shadow work. And shadow work is all about, the Scorpio nature is about the shadow, going deep within and pulling up anything that's holding us back. That's basically what this transit of Taurus and Scorpio is about. It's all about stepping into our boldness, our bold nature, our dependable nature, our nature that wants to set up the next couple of decades and decide what we're going to do. This is new territory where we've started the age of Aquarius. We're ending the age of Pisces. The old is falling apart. And even if you had your head stuffed under a rock for the last 6-7 years, 2020 pretty much made everybody focus and I mean, think about it. That was the north and south node of Gemini and Sagittarius. Gemini and Sagittarius represent our mental capacities, and it's Mercury retrograde right now. So again, communication can be a little twisted, tongue twisted. Technology slower. I mean, Mercury retrograde throws on its own monkey wrench. Mercury, of course, is the ruler of Gemini, also Virgo, but we're ending the axis and the north and south node axis of Gemini and Sagittarius today. I mean, this is the last bit of energy. I mean, things don't just end because it's energy. I mean, time is not linear. Energy is not linear. So it's not going to just automatically go away immediately, but Taurus and Scorpio is slowly starting to take over and become the dominant energy influencing the collective, like right now, just as Gemini and Sagittarius were influence us ever for the last 18 months, whether you knew it or not. It was influencing us, and it started not coincidentally. I mean, the nodes actually shifted in May 2020. But again, like I just said, that energy is not, it just starts that day. No, it was already slowly eking its way in, like the current Taurus and Scorpio energy. Gemini and Sagittarius started showing its energy in March, roughly, of 2020. So soon as right as the pandemic was going down, it pretty much was preparing us to think fast on our feet. I mean, think about Gemini. Gemini is the communication, the messenger, rules technology and travel, or at least short-term travel. Sagittarius is long-term travel, higher education, so they're both, that axis itself, Sagittarius and Gemini, is all about thinking, all about our mental capacities and capabilities. So, I mean, that's what 2020 really had us do, thinking on our feet, coming up with new ways to, make money. Technology took a big boom. I mean, a lot of people started doing online businesses, courses. It was definitely Gemini energy, the twins, the dual nature, up and down. The government itself. I don't want to get stuck on the past, though, and that's basically it. That's the old energy clearing out, Gemini and Sagittarius, and what is coming in is Taurus and Scorpio. And just talking it out made me feel good. I might do a whole video on this energy because, again, Cancer energy alone is heavy because, again, it does make us recognize our emotions. Our emotions are heightened in the Cancer energy. It's a water sign, and it's asking us to bring up anything that's holding us down. This is technically the end of the astrological year. I mean, you figure the last couple signs are Aquarius and Pisces. We're about to finish up this Capricorn energy. So, I mean, Cancer is telling us, hey, you got a couple more months left in the year, baby. And we don't want to bring any old energy into the new astrological air starting in March. So what is it that we need to heal? What is it that we need to release and let go in the Scorpio South Node? And what is it that we need to gain? What is it that we need to grow towards in this Taurus North Node? So if you'd like me to do a separate or longer video, if you have any interest in this stuff like I do, on the Uranus energy, on the North Node switch, on the lunar, learning about full moons, new moons, or anything like that, leave me a message in the comments, and I'll see about working on that. I know I'll be doing something for my YouTube channel eventually, so click on the link in my bio if you want to sign up or at least subscribe to my YouTube. You can always follow me at Everyday Oracle 1111 or I Aim to Inspire. I got plenty of platforms myself. Just trying to, again, inspire you. So no matter what you do, you have a great day.